you doing, all you beautiful sons of bitches? It's your boy Max here, and today we got John and Solar here, and we're on for part 2 of the Ryloth trilogy on here for TCW on Phony Filoni Fridays. Are you guys hyped?
Yay.
Oh my
Yay.
god, this is gonna be the first canonical appearance of Ryloth because it never showed up before.
Spoiler! Oh, wait, no, they already showed it in the last episode a little bit.
Yeah,
All the
but we'll get...
Twi'leks getting marched around.
Yeah, and speaking of shit, we'll get to this episode. I know Solar and John have some shit they want to speak on Ryloth when we get to it. But in any case, guys, we're going to go watch the episode right now, so stay tuned for that. All right, folks, we're back with this bullshit, and yeah, Ryloth got fucked up. It's like, we'll fuck him up in this episode. Filoni says, like, let's fuck him up, he said. But anyways, guys, so we open the episode aboard an Acclamator-class transgalactic military assault ship. Try saying that 5 times fast. Mace Windu tells Obi-Wan Kenobi as he boards the... The name of the ship is the Crumb Bomber. Are you kidding me with this bullshit?
Whoa,
what?
Cool.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, the Crumb Bomber. It's like, yeah, we're gonna bomb the fuck out of those fucking, like, cookie crumbs right there. Yeah. So as he boards the Crumb Bomber, that when he takes the city of Nabat, they'll have their landing zone for the ground assault forces. However, Wat Tambor anticipates this, and Tactical Droid Commander TX-20 readies his 5 proton cannons, while using captive Twi'leks as a living shield to further protect them, estimating that the Jedi will not risk a heavy attack. All right, guys, thoughts so far on the opening?
Well, I didn't catch this until later on, whenever the Jedi do discover that they are using these human shields, but apparently nobody knows that they're doing this.
Yeah.
Which defeats the entire purpose of the strategy, because you're supposed to do the Hamas thing where, like, they know that there's civilians there, so they don't bomb it, but instead they just don't tell anybody, and they forgot that critical detail, because later on, Kenobi's like, oh, they got hostages. It's like, why didn't you just bomb them with your ships if you didn't think they had any hostages? You could just fire back at their cannons. They have no shields.
It makes no sense. Yeah. So I think we all know that. So Hassan Piker probably really likes the Separatists in this episode. He's probably like, oh, the Separatists are the good guys. The Separatists are total communists.
There is also one con. It's fucking Ryloth. It has cities all in the middle of daylight.
Yeah.
When being under the sunlight in Ryloth it's a fucking death sentence. And the Twi'leks live in fucking underground cities. So why the fuck do they have a city in the middle of the fucking
well, to call it a city is pretty generous too. I feel are the Twi'leks always like in these mud hut things, and like they don't seem to really have any technology. They're just kind of like super primitive.
Nope, they weren't like that. Nope, right, Solar?
Right, they were the most first worlders, so to speak.
Yeah,
but they had more technology than portrayed here.
They were like, I don't like, maybe not one of the first, because obviously one of the firsts were the humans and the Duros, but like they were like one. They eventually were like one of like the first 10 or so like galactic expansioners, basically, to like go out, make colony worlds, etc., etc. So yeah, like I don't know why they're portrayed like John said, like fucking Palestinians, or they have like zero technology at all. But I don't fucking know, man. Anyway, Okay, so Obi-Wan and Clone Commander Cody brief Ghost Company on their mission. Oh, Ghost Company, since they're called ghosts, and then they gotta be like total badasses. Ooh.
They jump out and scare the droids.
Yeah.
Like, zoinks!
Yeah, and they're wearing fucking bed sheets with eyes cut into them. Yeah. They brief Ghost Company on their mission, and while they must retake the city, they cannot destroy the Twi'lek's home and are allowed to use only blasters and droid poppers. Above, the Acclamator assault ships are attacked by the proton cannons below. Commander Pons states to Windu that the fire is penetrating their shields. Windu tasks Obi-Wan with taking the cannons out so that the larger transports can land. The Crumb Bomber lands with the other gunships, and Obi-Wan and Ghost Company move towards Nabat. Droid gunners on the outskirts of Nabat pin down Ghost Company. Obi-Wan and two troopers, Waxer and Boyle, utilize droid poppers to take out the droids in the bunkers. All right, guys, thoughts so far?
Well, at least we see Obi-Wan using his Force abilities a little bit to the advantage, where he boosts their grenade throws, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like they're charging straight into machine gun fire before he figures that part out, so Obi-Wan would not have been good in World War One.
Nope.
He's like, charge ahead.
Yeah, pretty much. What else was there? Okay, so after losing contact with the droids on the village's outer perimeter, TX-20 sends 2 recon droids to find out the Jedi's plan, while Obi-Wan dispatches Cody, Wooly, Waxer. Wait, Wooly was in this episode. What the fuck? Man, Wooly fell on hard times after Two Best Friends play ended. Know what I'm saying? Anyway. So Cody, Wooly, Waxer, and Boyle to scout ahead. Waxer and Boyle head south, while Cody and Wooly go to the courtyard. The latter discover the Twi'leks being held hostage in the cannon's immediate vicinity. Obi-Wan, speaking to Windu via a hologram, explains that the hostages will make the mission difficult but not impossible, and hits upon a plan to disable the guns without letting the hostages come into any danger. Unfortunately, a recon droid broadcasts their conference to TX-20, who recognizes Kenobi and begins researching his opponent, finding the Jedi is known for deceptive movements. Any other thoughts here, guys?
That's a kind of vague scouting report. Doesn't really give me any insights as to how to beat him.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, he'll be deceptive. Oh, well, geez, that's kind of a basic for any commander, but all right, thanks.
Yeah, it's like, there's also been a lot of like awful, like, oh, I need to read the file on that guy in this trilogy so far. Because in the previous episode, this guy, the Nemoian guy was all like, I need to read up on fucking Anakin's profile. And then now in this episode, we got this tackle droid being all like, I need to read up on Obi-Wan's file. Whatever. Anyway. I don't know, maybe they get their info from the holocron, like
they're wiki warriors.
Yeah, they're from Holopedia. They're really big fans of and their top contributors, Space Wars Explained. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so Waxer and Boyle stumble across a young Twi'lek orphan, Numa, who at first is fearful of them. After they remove their helmets, Numa relaxes a bit. She calls them both Nera and takes a ration bar they give her. Waxer and Boyle move out to finish their scouting. Waxer doing so reluctantly, but Numa follows the two clones. Waxer is still worried about her, while Boyle tries to keep him focused on the mission. Numa somehow gets ahead of them and leads them to a shattered building that was once her home. Waxer and Boyle, moved by the losses the war has inflicted upon the child, take it upon themselves to keep her safe. All right, thoughts so far?
They should have left the kid in the alley. She was perfectly safe there and not being killed. Instead, they just waste a bunch of time. They're just like, oh, what do we do? Do we take it? And then I think it's Waxer who had earlier in the episode called the Twi'leks tailheads. And so he's got to learn to care about them and shit.
Yeah. Let me see.
Whichever one had the goatee, he was the racist one.
I think it was Waxer. I'm looking at both of their. Yeah, it was Waxer. Yeah.
What's her name again?
Numa.
Yeah, she's like, "What's up, my Numas?"
No, it's like Naya he, Naya ha, Naya
Numa
ha ha.
Numa.
Yeah, Numa, yeah. Anyway. Okay, so TX-20 reveals his plan to use starved Gutgers to take out the Republic forces. Back at the Republic camp, Cody's noticed Waxer and Boyle's absence and broadcasts a transmission to contact them. Seeing the Republic troops on the move, TX-20 orders the Gutgers released. The two clones receive the transmission and, realizing that they are severely late, they try to brainstorm possible excuses. However, the Gutgers suddenly appear, and the two clones and Numa rush back into the house. Numa shows the clones an escape passage, and they run into the underground tunnels just in time. Thoughts here, guys?
I remember she had it looked like a Spyro the Dragon knockoff toy.
Yeah.
That they like comforted her with.
Yeah.
And then, they run and she's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And of course, the blasters don't work on these animals.
Yeah.
Because everything in Disney Star Wars is blaster proof.
Yeah.
Everything is somehow evolved, even though like it's their first time visiting a lot of these planets with blasters. So yeah, it's kind of like they just get their little convenient escape route. I mean, not much to say on that.
Plus also when they give her the damn toy, she hugs the toy and then she immediately starts crying as if she's like, "Damn it, I wanted a real Spyro doll, not this Nar Shaddaa knockoff." You know what I'm saying? Anyway. Also the way they show that the Gutgers are like hungry for flesh is by having like one of them eat one of the B1s. And it's like, yes, because all animals just immediately bite into something to see if they can eat it, and if not, then they spit it back out. Like, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, my dog is always going around and he like swallows entire plastic toys and then spits them back out. And then discovers that they're not food.
In the first Republic Commando novel, we get some small creatures called G'dan, I think, nibbling on the clones, and then just fucking off when they realize they cannot eat them.
What was I'm trying to remember what those were.
They were called G'dan or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember that. G'dans. Yeah, GDANs. Yeah, I remember those guys. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it took me a minute to remember them. Anyway, where was I? Okay, yeah. So, meanwhile, Ghost Company is attacked by the Gutgers. Obi-Wan used the Force to lure the creatures into an alley bordered by a bridge. Coney's men fire at the bridge, and the Gutgers are trapped, while Obi-Wan leaps out, though the clones defeat the creature. TX-20 knows that their numbers are very thin. Suddenly, Waxer and Boyle emerge from a hatch in the street nearby with Numa in tow. Obi-Wan converses to Numa in Twi'leki, who agrees to lead them to the prisoners, while Cody and his men create a diversion. With Obi-Wan, Waxer, and Boyle freeing the Twi'lek prisoners, after Obi-Wan frees the prisoners, Numa is reunited with her uncle, Nilim Brill. However, a battle droid reports the rescue attempt, and TX-20 turns his AAT around. All right, thoughts so far, guys?
Not a whole lot was happening there. I mean, it's basically just the battle. It's they're fucking breaking in, using the tunnels and all that shit, and it's just like, yeah.
And I realize... Sorry, no, go ahead.
Just Obi-Wan does his little Olay routine with the flesh-eating beasts and all that.
Yeah, why the fuck doesn't Obi-Wan just slice and dice these damn things? Like, come on, man.
Oh, life is precious, backseater.
I don't care how precious your life is if you're a wild animal and you're trying to eat me. It's like,
he seems to have like a mind control over them, but then he just uses it to lure them into a trap. Like, I thought he was like gonna tame them and like turn them on the droids or some shit, but instead he's just like, nope, come over to this dead end, bye-bye.
Yeah. Or hell, okay, now granted this might be a dark side ability, or hell, he could just give them all brain aneurysms like that, like, and then they'll just be done like that. But anyway, Oh, what else? So Obi-Wan takes control of a proton cannon, and with the help of Waxer and Boyle, he manages to destroy the other cannons. However, a blast from TX-20's tank destroys their cannon and knocks the three to the ground. Numa runs to her clone friends and huddles close to Obi-Wan, even as he tries to push her out of the line of fire. TX-20 targets Obi-Wan and Numa, laughing evilly and gloating that Obi-Wan is lost. Incensed by the threat to Numa, the Twi'leks rush out of hiding, swarm over the tank, and tear TX-20 to pieces with their bare hands. A possibility the hyper-intelligent droid had not foreseen, as evidenced by its last words, "Does not compute, does not compute." Thoughts, guys?
Yeah, I mean, he took out all the cannons pretty simply. I did think whenever they were freeing the hostages, given the clones' accuracy in this series, it was a little bit dangerous to have them fire a barrage of lasers towards the hostages, hoping that they would only hit the droid.
Yeah, it's like as Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones said, "Good job." Yeah. Also there's like this one part in the episode where it's like they're loading like the cannon rounds in the damn thing. One of the clones like didn't take his hand off the thing in time before Obi-Wan fired it, so we were legit expecting that clone to just lose his damn hand there. And what are you telling me? The fucking tactical droid didn't fucking compute that he was being ripped apart. Like, you're a fucking droid. You should know that shit. Oh my god. So the episode ends with the Acclimator transport landing, and Mace Windu commends Obi-Wan on his victory. However, their new objective is much harder: to take the Ryloth capital of Lesu and free this world. Waxer and Boyle say goodbye to Numa. As the army heads toward the capital, Numa calls Nara out to Waxer and Boyle again, and Obi-Wan translates. Nara means brother. Waxer and Boyle turn and wave back at Numa before moving out towards the sun, intent on freeing this world. Anyways, guys, what do you think of that? So, final thoughts on this episode, guys.
Yeah. Mace Windu's like, I did nothing, but now you got to do more for me, Kenobi.
Yeah. Solar.
Oh no, he died of Filoni cringe.
Oh, he died of cringe, yeah. But yeah, anyway, John, thoughts on this episode overall?
They wasted a lot of time trying to establish this heartfelt relationship with this stupid child. It was just like half the episode was just those two clones walking around with the kid. And oh, should we let her go? Oh, but I don't know. She's pretty sneaky. Look at her. She's saying our names, and they're not our names. It's just this one word she uses like a Pokemon.
Yeah. And I don't even know why the fuck they bothered putting her. I literally don't know why the hell they bothered with this bitch, since I'm pretty sure she doesn't show up again at all in any Filoni bullshit.
She's Hera Syndulla's third cousin.
I guess.
I'm only saying that because she's green. I'm completely being a racial stereotypist with the
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, this shit sucked. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe to more videos like this. We'll see you guys next time in the backseat. Take care.